You can fight calories all day and still lose to a quiet switch inside your body. The truth is, you don't lose fat until your fat cells want to shrink. And the thing that decides whether they cling or let go isn't just food volume, it's how insulin talks to those cells at the membrane. Here's the part almost nobody shows you. In a lab dish, fat cells can be swimming in calories and stay tiny until insulin shows up. Add insulin and those same cells swell within hours. That's not willpower, that's chemistry. So if you've been good and the scale won't budge, it may not be your plan. It may be the message your fat cells are hearing. Before we move on, tap like if you've ever felt stuck despite doing everything right, and subscribe for more practical science-based breakdowns. I read every comment, so tell me where you get stuck most: mornings, late nights, or weekends. Let's name the villain. Insulin isn't evil. It's a storage signal. You need it. But when that signal is too loud for too long, fat cells act like storage units that never reopen. The volume of that signal is partly set by the membrane itself, how fluid it is, how well the insulin receptors cluster, how cleanly the message gets in and out. If the membrane is stiff and chaotic, the receptors don't gather and respond properly. You push out more insulin to get the same result. Now you've got the worst of both worlds. Insulin works less well where you want it to, muscle, and works too well where you don't, fat. Here's where it flips. There's a class of membrane lipids called plasmalogens. Think of them as structural guardians with a unique sacrifice bond. They sit right in the membranes of your most precious tissues and help keep those membranes fluid, organized, and resilient. When oxidative stress hits, plasmalogens are designed to take the blow so your proteins and DNA don't. When membranes keep their shape, insulin receptors can cluster in those tiny cholesterol-rich neighborhoods, rafts, so the message is clean and short. Less shouting, better listening. Practically, that means steadier blood sugar, less store everything noise, and fat cells that aren't being told to hoard all day. Now picture someone you know. Maybe it's you. Good weekday habits, weekends go sideways. Afternoon slump, late-night kitchen trips, nothing dramatic, just a drip of decisions that keeps the membrane under constant stress. Too much added sugar, too little sleep, too much sitting, and a steady stream of small fires your cells keep putting out. Over time, that background stress chips away at your plasmalogen pool. Membranes stiffen, the insulin message gets messy, you push out more insulin to compensate. And your fat cells, as obedient as ever, keep listening. So what's the lever you can actually pull? You don't need to know every pathway. You need a routine that quiets insulin's overshouting and rebuilds the membrane environment that lets your cells handle the message. Start with your front half, the part of the day that decides the rest. Keep your first calories clean and boring in the best way. Protein forward, color on the plate, and simple fats from whole foods. If you like a later first meal, take a calm 12 to 16 hour overnight break where you let insulin settle. If you're an early eater, make the first bite protein with either fiber or a little healthy fat, not both in big heaps if you're cutting. That alone lowers the need for insulin in the hours when your body is still waking up. Next, feed the membrane. People often focus on carbs and protein but forget what their cells are made of. Build in omega-3 rich foods 2 or 3 times a week, salmon, sardines, mackerel, and keep egg yolks and quality dairy if they suit you. Traditional cuts like liver aren't glamorous, but they've long been a source of the very phospholipids your membranes use. If you choose to explore supplements like omega-3s or specialized phospholipid formulas, make that decision with a qualified professional who knows your history. The idea isn't to chase a miracle, it's to give your membranes what they need to stay supple and responsive. There's a bonus effect people find motivating. When the membrane environment improves and insulin signaling becomes cleaner, your body isn't locked in store mode all day. That's when quiet changes show up. Steadier appetite, fewer mid-morning raids, and this surprises many, warmer hands and feet because your thermogenesis starts acting like it should. Some research suggests healthy fat tissue can take on more beige-like behavior, burning a little extra as heat. You don't feel a furnace, you feel a life that doesn't revolve around your next snack. But there's a catch, and it's where most people blow it. You can't rebuild the house while a fire is still burning. The fastest way to drain your plasmalogen pool is a trio you already know: smoking, excess added sugar, and chronic inflammation from sleep debt and constant stress. That unique bond that makes plasmalogens protective is also what gets spent when the room fills with oxidative sparks. So your guardrail isn't just what you add, it's what you stop setting on fire. Close the kitchen 2 to 3 hours before bed. Protect your sleep like it's part of the plan, because it is. Walk more than you think matters. These quiet choices lower the background noise your membranes are fighting, so whatever you add actually sticks. If you're wondering how long it takes to feel a difference, think in weeks, not months. In the first 7 to 10 days, the wins are usually behavioral. You stop chasing sugar at 10:30 a.m. Your first meal keeps you full and nights calm down. In weeks 2 and 3, the scale starts cooperating without drama, and your tape measure, the honest friend, moves a notch. What you won't feel is a hack. What you'll notice is a body that's finally listening. Let me give you a 1-week framework you can copy-paste. Wake, hydrate, and either keep a clean fast or take a protein-first breakfast. Build plates around protein, fiber-rich plants, and simple whole food fats. Slide in fatty fish 2 or 3 times this week. If eggs and quality dairy work for you, keep them. If you're open to traditional foods, try a small serving of liver ones. Walk after 1 or 2 meals. 10 minutes is enough. Cut the late-night grazing. Sleep like it matters. That's it. You just gave your membranes the break and the building blocks they've been needing. If this clicked, hit like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments which front half habit you'll change first: your first meal, your steps after lunch, or your bedtime window. I read every single one. And when you're ready, watch my breakdown on timing coffee so it doesn't wreck your fat burn window, because mornings and membranes are on the same team.